When my father was alive, we would occasionally see the events taking place in Bodek Lounge, and I can assure you that were he living, that honoring Ted Nash would be his favorite event, as it is mine. Tonight, I would be remiss if I didn't also mention that we should honor, by a round of applause, John, Gary, and Nick. Please raise your hands, who are responsible for bringing us together to honor the man that we love. I consider myself lucky to live in the United States. I was even luckier when in the early 70s I ended up in Philadelphia and learned how to row on the beautiful Schuylkill. But I hit the jackpot when Ted Nash became my coach. I never realized at first what a great coach Ted was, but after I graduated, I learned that whenever I was with rowers, if I said I rowed for Ted, they knew exactly who I was talking about and assumed I had won a lot of races, which was also true thanks to Ted, and I guess also to my coxswain, John Chatsky. My first interaction with Ted occurred as a freshman when he was giving our crew a pull-up test. There was Ted with his USA cap, his 2 or 3 stopwatches around his neck, and his clipboard. That's coming. As I became first in line, I said to Ted in my freshman voice, "I have 6 stitches in my finger, and I'm afraid if I do a pull-up test, they might rip." Ted looked at me and said, "If they begin to rip, you can stop." From this point on, I knew this guy was not kidding around, although Ted could also be humorous. I remember when our oars crossed, going to the starting line in different boats at a master's regatta, and he looked at me and said, "Excuse me, do you have any Grey Poupon?" Or the time at a team meeting at the IRAs when he asked for a moment of silence because his short shorts had been sucked into the induction vent on the top of the building where he had set them out to dry. I know I've been lucky my whole life, but I've had some hardship too. The real estate business wasn't always like it is today. I have had medical conditions, as in total knee replacement. Do you think this could have anything to do with stadiums? Back surgery. Does this have anything to do with deadlifts? And of course, personal and family issues that were difficult. Despite these setbacks, I have always ended up on top, and I think this is because of Ted. Because I always remember what he said to our crew after we did not perform as expected at a regatta. His words were simple, and they have stuck with me and are always there in the back of my mind, ready to help me whenever I experience hardship. Those 4 words said to our crew that day at the Penn Boathouse were, "I never give up." Thank you, Ted. It's helped me a lot.